guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a sort of road trip kind of pickup video. I've got some things. I went down to see the lad. Well, actually he came up here, so I'm looking a bit old and grey at the moment. I need to get some of my magical just for men on my beard to make me look a bit more respectable, and I will. But yeah, you have to put up with it today. Yeah, I went. The lad came up here for a few days, as you know, and we did a few trips, and I've got a few pickups from them, and I think I did a video on that. But I went back to Stevenage with him for about 4 or 5 days, which was magical. It was really cool. We had a great time. We went out and about. So I got a few pickups from my trips to HMV and a few other little bits and stuff. And then also I went, one day he went to work and I was off. I went up to London to do one of my kind of like bucket list things, and that was go and visit the Abbey Road studio. So I've got a little pickup from the Abbey Road studio. Now, Abbey Road studio in London, we'll get onto that after we've done the pickups. Right, the first thing I sort of brought was a bit of a novelty thing, because it's, you know, you guys, you all know I love Only Fools and Horses, right? And I picked up this, which is Del and Rodney and Albert in their sort of 3-wheel van. It's just a bubblehead thing, but I really loved it. I thought, oh, this is so cool. I'll just get it out to show you it. It's a really neat little thing. It does play music, but I've turned that off because obviously of copyright, all that nonsense. Yeah, anyway, so it's like a bubblehead van. And then you got sort of like Rodney, you've got Del Boy, and right in the back there, you see, you've got Uncle Albert sitting in the back there. So that's pretty cool. And you press the bonnet down and it plays like the... See, it plays the theme tune. I thought I turned it off, but I hadn't. But you can see it plays the theme tune. So that's pretty cool. It's got loads of boxes in the back. I like their bubble heads. It's really cool. Yeah, so I picked that up. It was dirt cheap. It was really cool. I thought, oh, well, it's just a one-off thing, you know, for my... I do have a fair bit of Only Fools and Horses merchandise. For Christmas after Christmas after Christmas, my family think that's all I want, and they tend to buy me anything to do with Only Fools and Horses. I've got books, I've got other characters, I've got socks, I've got mugs, you name it, you know, I've sort of got it, and they think that's what I really love. And I do, to a point, you know, but it's just what it is. My phone's ringing, guys. I'm going to answer it and then I'll come back to you. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's the lad. He gave me a quick call. He's just finished work, because he tends to, like, when he knows I'm off, he tends to call me for his little trip home, to someone to talk to. So I had to do that. Yes, so you saw I've got that really cool Only Fools and Horses item. So that was really cool. So let's have a look what I picked up then. So I got a couple of bits from let's have a look. CEX. Got 2 items from there. First one is another set, season 12 of Doctor Who. As I really like Doctor Who, especially John Pertwee and Tom Baker, because they were my doctors. So I managed to pick up season 12. I do have some John Pertwee sets, so I thought, well, I'm going to get some of the Tom Baker ones. So I've managed to pick that one up. It comes with like a little booklet in a slip case, so that's pretty cool. If you're interested, I might review a couple of the stories of Doctor Who on my channel. Maybe one of John Pertwee and maybe one for Tom Baker, so keep your eyes out for that if you're interested in that. Now, the other thing I bought from CX, which because I was surprised to see it there, I have a DVD box set called Video Nasties Volume 1, and it's a 3 DVD set going through all the Section 1 prosecuted video nasties. It's people talking about them, telling you about the films and about stories of the day when it came out and the original trailer and stuff like that. And it's got like hours and hours and hours of footage. Anyway, they had Video Nasties, the Definitive Guide Volume 2, and it was £12. So I thought, well, I'm going to pick that up. It's a 3-disc set, just to go along with my other set. So it's got some art cards in there, some Video Nasties. And I thought, well, this will sit nicely with the other one. It's the only two ones that they've actually done, is the volume 1 and volume 2. So now I've got them both. So I thought, I'll enjoy that. Now, these are not the section 1. These are going to be the section probably 2 and 3 Video Nasties that weren't prosecuted but had to be taken off the shelf, sort of thing, and were banned. So it covers those movies. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to love watching that. So they were my two pickups from CEX. From HMV, I bought a CD from one of my beloved favourite bands, Slade. I'm collecting all my Slade albums onto CD, and I picked up a Live at Reading. This was them. Look at the crowd, guys. This was them when they were booked to play Reading. This is like, I think it might have been the 90s or something like that. I don't know if it's got the year that they actually performed there. The legendary, no, 1980. So is it a 1980 performance at Reading? Let's have a double check. The legendary 1980 Reading Festival performance. Yeah, what happened with this was they were booked for like a novelty sort of band, you know, to sort of like fill in the day. But the crowd fell in love with them, and they blew the whole festival away by being Slade and being just awesome. And it's fantastic. And this kickstart a Slade revival. After all the years, they were sort of like, obviously their early years, they were really successful with their singles, Come Feel the Noise, and all of those, Mum Are All Crazy Now, and that sort of thing. So, and then they sort of wintered out into obscurity, apart from obviously the Christmas song, and they were then dug out once a year for that. But they sort of disappeared as almost like a novelty act. And then they came out on stage, and then they showed you, this is what Slade are about. And Slade are just a British heavy rock band that just thrash their music out non-stop, adrenaline, speed, and it's fantastic. Great performance, really, really cool from the Reading. And you can hear the crowd, they are just absolutely crazy for my Slade. So that's so cool. And so I managed to pick that up to add to my Slade collection. I'm finally getting there. There's a few more titles I need to pick up, Nobody's For and stuff like that. But you can get the older ones, but I'm collecting the remasters that come in these digipacks, just because I really like them and to get the good sound. Right, from HMV, I bought a new release from Arrow called 3 and 3 Extremes. There's 2 movies on it, 2 different anthology movies from our Asian friends. So there'll be films from Thailand, probably Korea, Japan, China. So I'm going to look at these. What I'm going to do, guys, is there's been a load of 5 Arrow releases this month, and I've got them all. So I'm going to do its own video, and what I'm going to do is unbox them all in one video, so keep your eyes open for that. So this will be in it. This is one of their October releases, so we'll go through that in that video. I got an amazing gift from my awesome, wonderful son. He treated his old dad to a present, to a new 4K that's come out from a franchise that I love, dear to my heart, and it's not horror. It's called Rebirth Jurassic World. So this is the new Jurassic World film, and this is based on a different island where they've been doing experiments for hybrid kind of dinosaurs. And so it's a completely different story. He brought me this. He brought me it, and I was dead chuffed. And it comes on 4K, and it comes with a Blu-ray. So that completes my Jurassic Park, Jurassic World collection. So chuffed. It was on my list to get, but he took it off and bought it while I was browsing the shelves. He goes, Dad, I got you a present, and he'd come up with that. He's so cool, right? I mean, I'm just so chuffed because I love anything to do with dinosaurs. I don't know why, I'm just obsessed with dinosaurs. I have books after books after books. I've even got my very, very first dinosaur book from the 1970s, and it's a ladybird book about dinosaurs. I've still got it to this day. I might dig it out if I get to review this on my channel. I might not review it because me and the lad watched it when we were down at Stevenage, and I just fell in love with it. It's so cool. So yeah, this was an amazing gift from my awesome son Mark. Thank you so much, mate. This means the world to me. It really helps me out because yeah, this day and age you have to be a bit careful with pennies, don't you? So you have to kind of pick and choose, and this is one that's on my list, but it would have gone back, and I probably would have picked it up as a pre-owned at some point. But he bought me a brand new copy, so I'm dead chuffed with that. So that's Jurassic World Rebirth. I went to London one day. Like I said, I went to Abbey Road, but I went into London and I went into FOP, and I bought a couple of bits out from FOP. I bought a DVD of an infamous band, not Video Nasty, but band movie here from the UK, starring Vanessa Redgrave and Oliver Reed, and it's the BFI release of The Devils. This still hasn't got a Blu-ray release here in the UK, but you watch now. I brought it. It will get one. But this is the BFI release, which I believe is a double disc of The Devils. I will bring this to my channel because it's an infamous controversial film. So we will bring this and review it on my channel, and I'll give you my views about it when I do. So yeah, really chuffed. I just saw it sitting on the shelf. So that's The Devil sitting there. It had the price sticker on there. I thought, no, it can't be. But I thought, that's Oliver Reed, so it must be. So I peeled the sticker back and it said The Devil. So I'm having that. So I brought that. That's really cool. And I bought a new 88 film release of a film that's been out, I think, I'm trying to think what company released this. I think it's BFI. I'm sure it is. But it's a British sci-fi horror film called Prey, which is, I believe, a 1970s film. Again, which I will bring to the channel. But I really, really wanted this. So it's dead cool to finally get this in my collection. I kept looking at it, said, I need this for my collection, mate. So I brought this while I was in FOP in London. So they were my pickups from London, The Devil and Prey. So that's really cool. And then I came home and I had two parcels sitting on the doorstep waiting for me. And the first one is a release, a 4K box set from Warner Brothers, and it's the box set of A Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K, containing all the I think 1 to 7. I'm sure it does. The only thing I'm gutted about this is there's a few things I'm gutted about this release. One, it doesn't have the remake in there. I think the remake deserves to be in there, but it's not. And two, packaging is pretty crap for the price tag. I would have liked them to be in their own cases. Just like when Arrow released their box sets, they put them all in a nice big box in their own cases. And I believe the Steelbook one, which was £200, which I'm not stupid. You know, why would I pay an extra £100 to have my films in a piece of tin? You know, it's ridiculous. So yeah, I bought this one and I love it. By the looks of it, I'm going to enjoy it. I will bring a Nightmare on Elm Street week, and we'll probably look at 1, 2 and 3, because they are probably my 3 favourites out of them. I do like the Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and I do like Freddy's Dead, the Final Nightmare too. But we're going to maybe bring that to my channel if you're interested, so stay peeled for that. Really cool. And last but not least is another Arrow film that was waiting for me when I got home, and it's In the Mouth of Madness on 4K, the collector's edition. So this has arrived too, but again, like I said, I'm going to save this for, I'm going to do an Arrow video. So what it's going to be, there's been 5 releases this month. There's been this, there's been 3 Extremes, there's been The Sadness, which I have, and there's been Revenge of the Living Dead and Spawn. So they're all out this month, and I've got all of them. So it's the first time I think I've ever brought all 5 of the releases in the same sort of month. So that's really, really cool. So I'm going to do a separate video for that. So they were my pickups when I arrived home. So that's really cool. But like I said, when my lad was at work, I went down to London to do one of my bucket list things, which was to visit Abbey Road Studios. Not just to visit the studio, but because of the zebra crossing, the most famous zebra crossing in the world, which was used in the Beatles album Abbey Road album cover. So it's the most famous. So I went there and luckily got my picture. Some very kind soul took my picture of me walking across it a few times. I'll try and put a few pictures up on here so you can see. So I was really, really chuffed. It was not too difficult to get to there. I went down to London and I got off at Finsbury Park. I changed at Finsbury Park to Green Park, and then Green Park up to St John's Wood on the Jubilee line. And it's about a 10-12 minute walk around to where the actual place is. And there was a few people there, not too many, because I went quite early in the morning. And this Japanese girl very kindly said, I'll take a photo for you, you know, and all this. She's really sweet. And she took a few different photos for me. So I've tried to show a few on here. But next to the studio, I'll try and put pictures of the studio up as well, if I haven't already, is a little Abbey Road shop. So I went in there and bought a couple of bits. I didn't go crazy. I could have done, but it was expensive, but not too bad. I bought the vinyl of Abbey Road for my lad. Now mine is sitting, I think you can probably work it out, behind me there, just sitting down there. That's mine, and that is the original first pressing release of Abbey Road. So that's mine, which was my uncle's, which I've kept. So it's meant a lot to me, because this album, and well, the Beatles have always been a part of my life. My mum and dad weren't the massive Beatles fans. They liked them, but my uncle was a fanatic, and he really got me into them, and I absolutely loved the Beatles so much. So to go somewhere like that was really, really cool. Anyway, I bought my lad the 50th anniversary vinyl of Abbey Road, which he played and he's fallen in love with, and he already talking about getting another Beatles album. But I got myself a couple of bits. First of all, I got myself a canvas. I think it might be 10 or 11 inch canvas of the Abbey Road cover itself. Sorry for the glare, guys. It's got the cellophane on it, so maybe I should just take the cellophane off and we can have a look at it without the glare. So this is a canvas, and it wasn't too bad. It's about 20 odd pounds, so it wasn't too bad. Some of the other prices were ridiculous. I wanted to buy, what I wanted to buy was the metal plates of Abbey Road, you know, like the road sign, but it was like £125. I went, no, you're all right. So I went on Amazon and I bought one on Amazon for £7. Thank you very much. So that's on its way. So I will put these up on my wall. So expect a few changes of pictures up here, because I want to put a bit of, I want to put the Beatles up there as well as my horror. So I might try and change that. Anyway, I'm just taking this off so we can have a look at it, hopefully without any glare. So this is the canvas. So I've walked across there, guys. I said to my son, when I showed him, I said, which one do I look like? Which one do I look like? And he went, Ringo Starr. God's sake. Well, thanks. No, nothing wrong with Ringo. I love Ringo. I really do. He's fantastic. But I thought Ringo Starr, of all the people out there, it could have been George or you know, my favourite Beatle. Or it could have been Paul or John, who I adore. But no, Ringo Starr. But there we go. So I picked that up. So that's going to have prize on my wall here somewhere. I might put it next to the thing there. So that might go there. So you might see it show up in a few videos. Who knows? So I picked that up. And I picked one more thing up, which was a mug. Everywhere I go, I tend to buy mugs. I love mugs. I really do. It's my... oops. There's my sticker off that. There's my Law and Hardy mug. But I had to buy a mug when I was there. And it's a bit of a touristy one, guys. But I thought, no, I'll probably never go there again in my life. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy a touristy mug. And it says on it, I walked the crossing, Abbey Road Studios. So that's pretty cool. But the layout is almost like the road sign. It's the same sort of way. And on the other side, it's got like a picture of it there, the famous crossing, with some people walking across it, not the Beatles. But yeah, I thought, well, I'm going to get that. So I've actually been across that. So I thought, yeah, I've walked across it and I'm proud of done that. So I bought that mug there. So that was my pickups from the Abbey Road. So that was what I picked up, guys, over my last trip. So I picked up my mug. I picked up this wonderful, amazing canvas of the Beatles. I picked up a shed load of movies, as you know. We picked up In the Mouth of Madness, The Nightmare on Elm Street 4K set, Prey, The Devils, my incredible present from my son, Jurassic World Rebirth, 3 and 3 Extremes, the incredible, amazing Slade live at Reading, Video Nasties Part 2, and of course my season 12 of Tom Baker as Doctor Who. So they were my pickups, and of course we can't leave out Del Boy. So I picked up, so that's pretty cool. So I had a really cool time. The lad had a good time too. Support him rotten. I got him a few vinyls. Like I said, we picked up the Beatles, and we picked up an Opeth album. We picked up a Rolling Stones album, a Status Quo album, a really cool one of their early ones. We picked up a Ghost album, because Ghost are his band, they're his favourite band, Ghost. So he picked up an album by them. He picked up some movies. He picked up Gorgo. He got the Frankenstein set. He picked up the 3 Extremities. He picked up the Sadness. So, and he got some other movies. He picked up the Young Ones on DVD. So he's had a great time too. And it's been a wonderful 2 weeks. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll try and put this up today. And if I don't, I hope you're all well. And keep your eyes open for the Arrow video, because that should be up in the next few days. Cheers, guys.